Hello, good morning. Hello, good evening everyone. I am Gautam, working as a project engineer in Pantech Solutions India Private Limited. Today I am only going to handle this session. This 1 week faculty development program on recent trends on AI text vision hardware was organized by IEEE Teams Madras chapter in associated with STEP National Institute of Technology, Surathkal, and Department of ECE, Panimalar Engineering College, and associated with the Pantech Solutions India Private Limited. I am also one of the member in Pantech Solutions India Private Limited. Today I am only going to handle this session. And as per our agenda, in this session, we are going to discuss about NLP, AI, and subdomains present in that AI. Okay. NLP is nothing but a natural language processing. In the word, it having a meaning like we going to process something by using our natural language. This is nothing but we just going to convert our human language into a machinery language. After that, we are going to convert that machinery language into our human language. This was a process happened inside that natural language processing. Okay. Before getting to the natural language processing, first we need to know about the AI, because natural language processing is a subdomain of AI. So first we will discuss about AI and then we will move on to natural language processing. Okay. AI. AI means you all know artificial intelligence. Nowadays, AI was the most popular technology comparing to any other technology, because it having a more features and advanced features. It can able to do anything. So all are preferring or are getting to the field of AI. Okay, AI means artificial intelligence. That is nothing but we're going to applying a human intelligence on the machine and going to convert that machine in. Okay, we're just going to one second. Okay, AI is nothing but applying a human intelligence on the machine and made the machine to act like a human. This is nothing but we just going to feed the information to the machine. The machine will understand the pattern and try to mimic like a human. That was an AI. And also we having different types of AI. One was an Okay. One was an narrow AI. Narrow AI nothing but it is trained for specific task. It can able to do only a specific task like a cleaning robot. What cleaning robot can do? It just cleaning a floor. Likewise, it will design for a specific task. That was an narrow AI. And another one was an general AI. General AI is nothing but we are normally using AI, that Alexa, Siri, these and all are general AI. And then a generative AI. Generative AI are nothing but it can able to generate a new thing. That was an advanced of AI. These are the three types of AI present in nowadays. And also we having like a agentic AI, spam intelligence. These are all also we having. But in that AI we having three different portion. Okay. These are about history. Okay, AI is not a single domain. It is a combination of multiple subdomains. One was a machine learning. The machine learning was a traditional one in that AI. Machine learning is nothing but in the word it having a meaning like machine learning. Machine going to learn something. how we all are learn. This is a laptop, this is a water bottle, how we all learn. Someone teaches. Likewise, for the machine, we need to teach. That is nothing but we need to pass the information or else feed the information to the machine. After feed the information, the machine just understand the pattern of the text or else image, anything. It just understand the pattern of the text and try to predict a new thing. Try to predict in that future. Okay, in the machine learning having a different types of algorithm, how we all are understand, we having a brain. Likewise, machine also need one brain. That brain was an algorithm. We need to pass the input data. The input data will pass into algorithm, and algorithm train the data and create a different patterns. If in case you ask any new input, means it just check in the previous pattern and then predict the output. That was a process happens inside that machine learning. This algorithm are three types. One was an okay, we will discuss about the algorithm in upcoming classes. Okay, next was an deep learning. In that machine learning, we faces some issues like not able to handle a vast amount of data, and also not able to handle videos, audios, images, these and all. So we move on to deep learning. Deep learning is a subdomain of ML. Okay, deep learning having means the by using a deep learning we can able to do all these things. But I'm not saying like deep learning was best comparing to machine learning. Machine learning having some specific properties. Likewise, deep learning having some specific properties. Machine learning was tradition of AI. Deep learning uses all the machine learning properties and adds some extra features. This machine learning depends on algorithms. Likewise, deep learning depends on neural networks. Why we naming as a neural network means its structure was similar to our brain neurons. So we name it as neural networks. And also we having three types of network: ANN, RNN, CNN. These neural networks are used for different properties that we will discuss in the upcoming classes. These are all the subdomains in AI. And also we having one important topic, that was an NLP. NLP is a subdomain of machine learning and deep learning. It is mainly used to convert that machine learning data, that input data into machinery format. Again, that convert the machinery format into normal human language. And these are all the subdomains present in that AI. So we directly move on to NLP now, natural language processing. Okay. Okay, NLP is a subdomain of AI and used to convert word into numerical format, that we already seen. It is a field of computer science. It can able to understand a human language better comparing to us. Okay, and then it can able to do a task like translation, word processing, speech recognition, and personal assistant. Translating is nothing but a normal Google translator. It can converted one word, one language into another language, like Tamil into English, Tamil into French. It can able to do that one. And word processing, it can able to process a word, understand the meaning of the word, schematic information of the word, and information retrieval, information extracting, it can able to do. And speech recognition, this speech recognition process present in the inside the NLP, it is useful for the Google translator, and then Alexa, in these places, and personal assistants like a GPT model and a chatbot. These are all personal assistants. Okay, and also we can do properties like this. Okay, NLP using various technology like machine learning, deep learning also, but in this domain, in these properties, NLP plays a vital role. Okay, first was a machine translation, converting one language into another language, and information retrieval. Information retrieval is nothing but extract information from a word. Like if in case I give an input like cloud computing, means it just understand the cloud computing and then give a information about that cloud computing. It just extract information from that single word. That was an information retrieval. And was sentiment analysis, whether the input text was good, bad, or else funny. Likewise, we can filter out the content, and then information extraction. This is like a headlines. We can extract a meaningful information from a whole paragraph. And then was question answering. This was a chatbot, like a FAQ chatbot, general support chatbot. We can use any chatbot. Okay, this is the working procedure of Google Alexa or else any other personal assistants. First it capture our voice. After that the voice is converted into text format. First is capture a voice, and then that audio was converted into text format, and will do some machine learning process. It just understand the text, first spit out the text, and then convert into a numerical format, and then do some process. After that the data is converted into uh, audio format, and then replay to us. Okay, and we can able to process text, video, and as well as audio by using this NLP. And these are all some process happens by using of NLP. Okay, and then we having some specific pipelines like a procedure. In any technology, first process was data collection. If in case you want to run any technology, means you need a data. That was a first process. So here also same thing only. If in case you want to start a NLP project, means first process was data collection. In this process, you need to collect the data from a different data sources related to our project. If in case you want to create one chatbot, means you need to collect the related data. Likewise, hi, if in case students entered hi, means what you need to return. Likewise, everything you need to collect the data. After that, text cleaning, you need to clean the data. If in case you collect the data, means that was not in a clean format, you need to collect this data, clean these data. Likewise, stop words removal, unwanted words removal, unmeaningful removal. These are the process of text cleaning. And then pre-processing. In this pre-processing, we having 4 steps: sentence tokenization, word tokenization, stemming, and lemmatization. First, sentence tokenization. If in case you not ask like by word, and also machine can't understand the full paragraph, so we need to convert the whole paragraph into word by word. So these for the procedure we need these 4 process. First process was sentence tokenization. In this process we just converted a whole paragraph into sentence by sentence. And then word tokenization. In that word tokenization, the sentence was converted into word by word. And then a stemming. In that stemming, we will remove all the stemming words like ing, eng, prefix, suffix. These and all we will remove. After that, lemmatization. In this lemmatization, we just converted that a past participle into its root word. After that, feature extraction. In this process, we having a 4 process, like the same thing. First process was word into numerical format. In that word into numerical format, machine can understand only a numerical term that I already said. So in this feature extraction process, we will use NLP concept to convert this word into numerical format. And then a test and train split. We just split the data set into 2 parts. One is for training, another one is for testing, to check the accuracy of algorithm accuracy purpose. After that, X and Y split. We need to identify a target and known column. By using a which column we are going to predict which column. Likewise, we need to split out the target column and the known column. Next was model selection. In this model selection, you need to select a model like any other algorithms. You need to select. After the evaluation, inside that algorithm model, we having different types. You need to check the accuracy of a model and then use that model. And this process was repeating like a cycle to get more accuracy. After the deployment, after getting a high accurate model, we need to deploy that model into a further process. After that, model and model updating, and this process was like a cycle until we get a good accuracy. Okay, these are all some techniques happens inside that NLP. Okay, we directly move on to NLP process as a hands-on. Now we are going to build one normal FAQ chatbot. For the chatbot, we need some. If in case you want to learn NLP, means first you need one programming language, because NLP is a technology. To run the technology, we need one programming support. For that purpose, we are using Python. Why we are using Python means Python having more advantages comparing to any other programming because it is interpreted language and it having a less syntax, and we can easily understand the Python coding, and also majorly we having more libraries comparing to any other programming language, and we also having more frameworks also. So we all are preferring Python. Okay, first we will start with Pandas. We are now here we are importing Pandas. First we need to know about what is Pandas and what are the properties can done by using Pandas. Okay, Pandas is a library package, a Python library used to load a external data set, and we can train by we can clean the data set by using a Pandas. First, if in case you want to use any library packages, means first you need to install that library. Pip install Pandas, that means Python install packages, install Pandas means it will install. After that you need to import that library. Import Pandas is enough. It is a alias name of Pandas. Instead of using Pandas, we directly use as PD. After that I create one variable in a name of A. Okay, Pandas, we can load the data set into three format. One was on series format. The series format is nothing but like a list format. Here I am mentioning PD because I am going to call the Pandas library, and then I am mentioning series. Series nothing but I want to load any list, and I want to display in a rows and column format. So I am mentioning here series, and then I am giving a list of data, and also I am mentioning index value. If in case you doesn't mentioning this index value, means it will shows like a 0, 1, 2, and then I am printing A. Okay, next format I said that we having three format. One was on this list format, series format, and another one was a data frame format. It is like a dictionary format. It load like a key value pass. This is a key, and these are all the value. This key named as a column name, and these are the values present, the data for that column. Here name is a column name, and Ram Raj Ken, these are all the values for that column, and department is the column name, and these are the values for the column. Here I am going to call the Pandas library because I know Pandas library support, so I am mentioning PD, and then I am calling a data frame. Data frame means nothing but we can load the dictionary format, and then I am calling that B variable because B variable consists of this data, and I loading the B variable, and also mentioning index value also. If in case you not mentioned, means I said before like a 0, 1, 2, it will print like this. After the third format, this was the most important format. We just load the any external data set. I am calling the PD, and then mentioning like lead underscore CSV because I am going to load a CSV format. You can use any format. If in case you can use text, means you can mention here text file. I am going to use CSV file. So I giving like a read underscore CSV and load my data set. Demo 2 is my data set. After loading it, it will displays like that. Here I having some null values. NN means null values. So I want to treat all the null values. That support also present inside this Pandas library only. And then I am checking a shape. This way I having a 9 rows and 5 columns. It is a syntax used to check the first 5 terms. Here I given 10 means it will print a 10 values, and a tail is used to print the last 5 values. Given a value means I given 4 means it will print the last 4 values. Info is used to check the information about the data set. It is mainly used to check the data set of the data type of the data set for the cleaning purpose. If in case integer, float, these and all present means we can treat the data set by using their mean values. If in case object present means we need to replace that word. That I will explain now. And then I checking a null values. If in case null value present means it will shows like a true. If in case not present means it will show like a false. Here it returns like a true. So here null value is presented. In the 7 column I have a null values. So here it shows like a 6. Here it shows like a true. So here null value is presented. I want to treat the null values, and then checking a sum of the null values. It is nothing but it just count all the null values present in that column. In that name having a 2 null values, age column having a 4 null values, everything having. And I need to check a duplicates. Duplicates nothing but any repeated terms present or not. It will check each column. Any columns are repeated or any rows are repeated or not. Likewise, it will check. By using a drop duplicate syntax, we can remove the duplicates. And then shape. If after remove, before I having a 9 rows, I having one duplicate. I having one duplicate. After I remove it, it will shows like a 8 rows and 5 columns. Now I want to treat all the null values. First I am going to call this name column and I want to treat it. It is in object format. So I can replace a word only. Here I creating one variable in name of C and then I am calling that name column, and by using a fill now function I just want to fill as a hello in the place of true. If in case null value is present in the place true present means it need to fill like a hello. Where means in the place of null values. After I return this, it will shows like this. In the place of null values, it will replace like a hello. And then I want to treat a age column. Here I need to identify the mean value of the column. I created a variable e and then find out the mean value of that age column and then load it in e. And by using a fill now function, I load that e here. I call means it will fill all the null values by its mean value. And then class also same thing only. First I need to identify the mean value and then fit that mean value by using a fill now function. After I run this, the class there is no null values present in this class. After the gender, by using a location also, by using index value location also, we can replace a name. Here I give you a 4. In the place of 4, I need to change into Ram in the name column. So it will change into Ram. By using index value only, we can able to modify this thing. Okay, that's it. Now Pandas is nothing but we can load a data set and we can clean that loaded data set. After that, Numpy is also one of the important library used to handle all the numerical values, arrays values present in that data set. Okay, first you need to install the Numpy. Numpy means numerical Python. After that, we need to import a Numpy and then I give you a lalasim. Instead of calling the Numpy, I directly call the NP. I create another variable a and then I want a function of Numpy, so I am mentioning Numpy, and I want to load a data in a format of array. So here I am mentioning like a array and then giving a value of 23. After seeing that, we can check a dimension by using this syntax also, a dot nth dimension. Likewise we give now, it will show the dimension values also. If in case after seeing we need to know means, by using a square bracket we can easily identify. If in case one square bracket present means that was a single dimension, 2 square bracket present means that was a 2 dimension, 3 means that was a 3 dimension. If in case no square bracket present means that was a 0 dimension. Okay, we can do the properties like slicing, indexing, these and all. Okay, these are the start stop step process. Here we need to mention when where it need to stop, and here we need to mention where it need to stop, and here step value, how many values I need to skip, that you need to mention it here. These are run by using an index value only. Here I given like a 142. That means in the 1th index value I need to start like 0 and first position. It will start from 0. After 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it will ends like a 4. So n minus 1, it will print from a n minus 1. So it printed 7. And then it need to print each second term. So this was a first term and this was a second term. I need to say like a skip one term and print a second term. Likewise, I need to mention, I mentioned here. So 0 and 7 was printed here. Here I doesn't mention anything. From 0, you need to print all the things. Likewise, I mentioned. So it print all the things. Okay. If in case it was a 2 dimension means we need to give like a 0, 3. You can give like any name. Here I having a 2 data. So here I can able to give 1 or else a 0. Here I given 0 means this was a 0 and then this was a 1. 0, 3 means in the 0 index value, this is a 0 index value. In that 0, third index value, I need to print a third index value. That means 0, 1, 2, 3. It will print as 7. If in case I want to access the second row means here I need to mention like a 1. 3 dimension means same thing. We need to use a 3 data. On this time, this is considered as a 0 and first 0, and this is considered as a second 0, and 2 means it will this 8 is considered as a 2. Inside 2, inside 0, the second index value, that was an 8. Okay, and also we having some features like copy and view. The both are used to copy a data from one variable to another variable. What is the difference between copy and view means copy does not affect the original term, but view will affect the original term. Here I created a variable like b and then loaded a list of data, a single dimension data, array of data, and then I created a variable like s, and then I copy that b. That times s consists of all the data present in that b. Now I want to change the s value. I choosing s2. In that s2 I want to change this as 32. In that yes, I want to change that second index value was 32. That time it will change like a 32. It will not affect that b, not affect my original term. It will do changes in the yes itself, but it was opposite to the view. If in case I done any changes in that second variable means it will affect the first variable also. It will affect my original term also. That is a major difference between copy and then a view. Okay, and then for loop. For loop is used to iterate any data from any variable. For I in A means A consists of a data. That A data will split out it having 2-dimension data. The 2-dimension was split out into single dimension and loaded in a I have a 2-dimension. This 2-dimension was split out into 2 single dimension. If in case I used another one for loop means that 2 single dimension is split out into single value. And then concatenate. Concatenate as inbuilt function used to add the two values, 2-dimension values. That means join the 2-dimension values. And the stack. Stack is the same thing. Used to join a values. It will join based upon the index value, the 0 index value or the 1 dimension, and the first index value or another dimension. Likewise, it will split by a dimensions. B stack means that's 2 single dimensions are connected with the 1 2-dimension, and H stack is opposite to that. 2 single dimensions converted into 1 single dimension. And split is a keyword to used to split the array values. After that, Matplotlib. These are the main libraries used for the NLP and machine learning process. So I just recall it once. Okay, Matplotlib is used to visualize the data. That means graphical representation into a bar chart, pie chart. Likewise, graphical representation. First, I need to install the Matplotlib and I need to import the pyplot from the Matplotlib. I am going to use Python and setting an alias name and creating a list of two variables, and I passed a 2 list of data. And then by using a plot value, I plot x and y. And this is like this show is like a print statement. It will display a data, display that graph. Here you need to mention the plotting type. First, I doesn't mention anything, so it took as a line plot. This was a default plot, and bar plot. If in case I mention bar means it will shows a bar plot, and bar h means that was a horizontal bar plot. I will mention a marker, color, and then a style and a width. I can increase anything. I can modify that graph. I can able to modify the graph. And the grid used to create a grid lines inside your graph. And okay, this was example for scatter plot. After that, pie plot. If in case you doesn't give anything means it directly created on pipe. If in case you want to interactive means you need to give all the data like this. First you need to mention a labels and sizes. The sizes that might be a 100%. You can give any data, but if in case you want to get the accurate value means you need to give a 100% of data. If I count means you need to count like 100. And colors and exploit. Exploit is nothing but how much data it need to split out from the whole data. It takes like a index term, zero index or first value, first index or second value. Here I mentioned like a 0.1. That means the this hogs split out 0.1% from the total data. Here I need to connect all the variable, and then I need to show the graph. Okay, this is a Matplotlib, and also we having one important library that was in scikit-learn. That we will discuss in the upcoming classes. Okay, now we directly move on to our NLP concept. First, I just importing a Pandas library. Why means for using the dataset and cleaning the dataset purpose, and import NLTK. NLTK is nothing but natural language toolkit. This NLP having some specific libraries. Libraries are nothing but it having some inbuilt function. We just import that one and then we can use. Likewise, NLTK is also one of the library present in that NLP. NLTK means Natural Language Toolkit. It having some specific properties. That means by using the NLTK, we can split the data, we can clean the data. It having all the properties. Okay, first I need to import the NLTK, and from NLTK I am going to import tokenizer. Okay, why we using tokenizer means we want to split the whole paragraph into word by word. So we using tokenizer, and then a corpus. From that corpus I am just importing that stop words. Stop words are nothing but comma, apostrophe s. These are all stop words. So I importing that. After that I need to download the plunked and stop words. By using that we can remove the unmeaningful word like the and then comma, apostrophe s, these and all. So I just downloaded that. After that I create a variable in a name of FAQ and I want to load one external data set. This was my data set. Before I said I want to create one FAQ chatbot. Okay, I want to use a Jupyter notebook that was efficient compared to VS Code. So I am going to use Jupyter notebook, or else you can directly call like this. Go to your project folder and then type CMD and then give enter. Here type Jupyter notebook. First you need to download the Jupyter notebook and you need to import the directly, and then you can directly use the Jupyter notebook. After that it will launch into any other browser in this file location, in this file directory. And I need to select the IPython file. IPython means of IPython notebook. That was a extension in this Jupyter notebook. And I need to click this one. And it will show us like each cell by cell. To run the cell, there is a syntax like you can click this symbol also, or else you can give like a shift enter. Here it shows star means it was running. Okay, now it was completed. Then we need to download plunked and stop words. Okay, here it shows true means it was downloaded. Then we will move on to next process. Next I created one variable. I already said and I load that CSV. This is my CSV file. This was a normal FAQ chatbot. So I mentioned intent and queries also. This was a intent and this was a replay. If in case the machine find this keyword means it need to replay like this. It need to replay like this. If in case it find machine finds a keywords like events means it need to replay like this. Likewise, I just want to create one FAQ chatbot only. In upcoming class, we will create a chatbot like ChatGPT. Okay, next I just loaded a dataset. It was in a CSV format. So I directly give like a read underscore CSV and load the dataset and encoding Latin one. This is nothing but that unwanted spaces present in the dataset. So I want to clean the dataset. So I am using this Latin one. Okay, and this FAQ variable consists of these datas. Now I want to check that I want to clean the dataset. It is already human made data set, human though, so there is no there is not that much of error present in that. So we directly move on to next process. Next I given like a describe, in that intent value having 30 values and user query having 30 rows and response having 30 30 rows, and these all are unique, and these are college related things, and this is a top first value. Likewise everything it just I give a description about our data set, and I want to create a function. I'm not going to use any other algorithms or anything like that. I just want to create a function. If in case like that present means it need to reply like this. Just for this was a just FAQ chatbot. Okay, first I want to run this cell. Next I need to run this. Okay, now I created one function. In a function name like fetch response, and then I want to pass a input to that function. So I giving a argument as user input, and created one variable in the name of tokenizer, and using the inbuilt function tokenizer that I already imported. I imported here word tokenizer. I am going to use that one word tokenizer, and then I need to pass a user input, and then need to convert it into lower format. If some person write in a capital letter, so I normally I convert all the text into a lower format, and then we will check the keyword. After that, create on a variable. Sorry, stopwords. I want to remove the stopwords. After removing the stopwords, I loaded that all the clean stopwords cleared data into a stopwords variable, and I created a filter tokens variable, and then by using a for loop I can split it into one by one, and also check the null values also. After that you need to check into my previous data set. You need to check in my indent row. If in case user enter any input means it need to check into my indent row, and then replay from that response. If in case a user query present in this indent means it need to replay the response. If in case not find in the data means it need to return like sorry, we can't find a response, because it was a FAQ, no frequent answer question, no. So in not given that much of data, so it need to reply like this. First you run the data set. After that, to initiate the chat purpose, I created another one function in the name of def chat. After that, as a first you need to open like hello, how are you, how can I help you. Likewise you need to show, you can give any terms, and then while true means you need to get from the user also. First you need to print like this, and then need to get the data from the user, and then need to if the user entered data is like this means like this negative words means exit, quiet, boy, goodbye means it need to say like goodbye. If you need assistance later, don't hesitate to reach out. Likewise it need to response. And other than that, if in case not present means you need to fetch response from my response that was in my data set, and then I want to initiate that function. I want to call that function, so I call the function name. So I given like shift enter, it will ask the data from the user. Here I mentioned like uh, exit means it will shows like a says like a goodbye, if you need assistance later don't hesitate me, that I given in this print statement. If in case I asked anything, any details related to the college means I want some details about college, because I feed all the information related to the college only. If I enter means it will search, go to my data set and check the responses. If in case keyword find or not, likewise it will check the responses and it will return to us. This, are you looking for information about department or event that was present in my data set? If in case I given any college related keyword means it need to give answer like this. Now we will try with some other intent. Now we will okay, we will see if your college bus is having or not. Likewise, we will check. Okay, if in case keyword enter like a bus means it will shows like this. Okay, okay. Now I want to exit a content. That time I can give like a exit and then get from that FAQ chatbot. Now I want to use the chatbot in a further procedure. That means I want to implement this chatbot into a front end. So I want to dump that process. That means I want to compress that all the models and for the future use. So I want to convert this into a pickle format. So I given like this means it will dump that all the process and create it on a pickle like FAQ df.pickle. This name also I given here only. This FAQ df is converted into a pickle format and loaded in the name of FAQ df.pkl. Now I want to add this into a front end. So I am using I want to use one framework, that was a Flask framework. Flask framework nothing but Python framework used to create a website, and this was a lightweight framework. um, we can easily combine with any other technology. So I am using Flask. Likewise, we having many frameworks like a Django and then a Streamlit, Tickender. Likewise, we having more thing. I am going to use Flask. From that Flask, first I am importing Flask and then a request. I want to get the data from the user, so I am using request and Josenify to get the input in a format purpose, and rendering template. If in case anyone click the page means it will move on to next page. For the purpose to render from one page to another page purpose, I am using render template model and redirect. Same thing only, that URL into redirect. For that purpose I am importing redirect and URL. And then Pandas, you already know Pandas, NLTK, and pickle. It is used to dump the file, and we can by using a pickle file we can read the dumped file. So I am importing pickle and words tokenizer and stopwords, you already know. After that I want to connect this backend with my framework. So here I converted this into a pickle format and loaded that pickle format here. Now my backend was connected. Backend was connected. Now I want to connect with the front end. For that purpose I created a two folder in the name of templates and static. In these templates consist of all the HTML files. That means all the template files. And this CSS consists of all the style part. And this front end is not our part, so we directly move on to back end. So we not going to spend much time on front end. Just HTML is used to create a templates, and CSS is used to format the templates, formulate and color the templates, and JavaScript is used to create a functionalities inside the templates. That's the overall thing. And then I initiate a Flask, and then these are the functions need to happen inside that. You need to ask all the marks. If in case we scored good marks in maths, science, physics, means you need to suggest some courses like that. biology means you need to suggest some courses. For that purpose, I created some functions here. If in case score more in max means you might enjoy the course like engineering, data science, statistics. This you need to display. If in case not fine means sorry, we can find the response to your inquiry. Likewise, you need to reply. After that, now only I am going to render the templates. That means I want to implement this with front end. Before I connect the back end, and then given all the functionalities, what you need to perform, that everything I declared before. Now I want to render the template. At which time, at which template need to show, need to display. As a first, you need to display the login page. If in case I created clicked user means it need to show my home page. After inside that, I created one button in the name of register. I click the register means it need to activate two methods. One method get method, another one is a post method. Get method is nothing but I want to get data from the user, so I am using get method, and post method I want to after getting a data I want to process the data. For that purpose I am using post method, and I want to get the name, phone number, password, these and all for the registration purpose. If in case I register the email matches to some other data means it shows like an email already registered, like the same thing password. That was a normal user login registration format only. If in case click login means what you need to do, ask a email and password, and you need to check with the user credential. If in case it not find means it will show like a invalid user email and password, or else you need to allow. You need to redirect to the home. Not present means it need to redirect to login page again. Logout. If in case I click means it need to get it from the page. I need to open the login page and home. In that home, I click user means it need to show a login, or else it need to show my index.html. That was my home page, and I want to continue chat means I need to click like a chat button. That's it. And then I just running my app file. Here I given a name for my app. If in case the name was main means you need to run that file in the host of 000. If in case you mentioned 0 means you can run in any host, and port number as 5000, and you mention like a debug. Debug is nothing but I can rectify the error inside. I can see the error inside the web page. So I am giving like a debug, and also if in case I done any changes means it will automatically update. For that purpose also we need to use debug. Okay, now I want to run this Flask framework means first I need to mention a language. I am going to use Python. That means I am going to use a support of Python APK. So I am mentioning Python, and then my file name was app.py. And it will display one local host, and mention the port address is 5000. So here I mentioned like a 5000. It is running on all the address 000. I mentioned in it was a global address. If in case I click a following means it will display like this, because I am given a initial pages login page. So I need to open this login page. First I need to log in this. Okay, first I need to register. After login it will display like this. Here I can ask anything. If in case I entered anything unwanted means it will shows like a sorry we couldn't find your inquiry. If in case I type like a subject also not having. Okay, we'll do like a college means it just retrieve the data. Are you looking for information about a department or event? price was 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs per annum. It will return like this. Why we need to use this process means we don't need to say all the instructions to parents, students. Instead of that, we can create one chatbot and they will find out all the details about the college in the chatbot itself. This is majorly useful for college. Okay. Now we will see it was a basic NLP concept. We doesn't using any machine learning concept inside that. It was a basic one. So machine learning is not required for that. If in case we add machine learning means it will become more powerful. So first we need to learn about a machine learning. We just see a basic information about a NLP, how it happens, everything we just see. Now we will add some machine learning concept also. First we need to know about a machine learning. After that, we will add the machine learning in that NLP. Okay. Machine learning is a subset of AI that we already seen, and by using a data and algorithm, we uh, try to predict the future or mimic like a human. Okay. Okay. These are all the types of machine learning or also algorithms types. First one was supervised. Supervised is nothing but a label data. If in case I have any label means apple, banana, by with its name, I want to separate the data means I can use supervised learning. In that supervised learning, the data set having both x value and y value. We having known value and the target value means we can use supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning is nothing but unlabeled data. We don't have any name or any label. By using the specification color, we can separate the data. That was unsupervised learning. And reinforcement learning. This is nothing but it will learn from the past experience. If in case you've done any thing bad in the past means you will correct in the future. Likewise, it will happen. It will. It also in another term. It also like a feedback analysis. Okay. Inside supervised learning, we having a two types like classification and then a regression. Classification nothing but if in case you want to classify any data means you can classify any classes means you can use classification. For example, you will pass or not. Um, then what you will get a first mark or not. Likewise, we can classify means we need to use this classification algorithm. And if in case how many percentage you will get, likewise we can get any value means we need to use regression algorithm. And clustering and supervised learning having a one type, that was on clustering, and reinforcement learning having a one type, that was on decision making. And inside classification we have having different types of algorithm. This is I just given an example. We having more algorithm inside that classification, regression, clustering, and a decision algorithm. Okay. Okay. This is the process of machine learning. The machine learning NLP and then IA process of this all things, all domains was literally same only. Little bit there was little bit difference. If in case you used AI means you need to Unity we will use images so that we need not to separate the known column and target column, these and all. And also that stemming limitation was not used in this machine learning concept. These are the some difference, some little difference having in these domains. Okay, supervised means learning like this. We have a label of data. This is a hexagon, this is a triangle, this is a square. Likewise, we having a label. And then we will pass that label data into a model training, and then we will if in case you ask any input data, what was this? What was it? Likewise, you can ask any input data means it having some patterns, so it will predict it was a square, it was a triangle based upon the previous data and the previous pattern. It just predict the future. That was a supervised learning. Unsupervised learning are nothing but it is a input raw data based upon the structure, color. It just separate all the data. First we need to pass all the information, and then it will and then we need to pass that information to the algorithm. The algorithm try to understand the pattern similarities and properties, colors, these are all everything, and do process and split it based upon their properties. learn from the, this reinforcement learning learn from the past experience. If in case you give a positive action means you can reward. If in case you done in negative thing means you can punish. Based upon that you can train by yourself. That was an reinforcement learning. Applications of these are all some applications of AI. Nowadays we are all using AI in different field like playing games, PUBG. These are all one type of AI only. Self-driving car and AR VR gaming and ad recommendation. The major part was ad recommendation and then YouTube recommendation and then Instagram recommendation. These all are happens by because of AI only. This everything happens within a fraction of second. So they are using this much of good processor and they are using TPU, GPU processor. Okay. Now we will see some applications of AI. Okay. Uh, in these applications we all are using AI in nowadays. It was most popular applications. In healthcare we are using AI like we just predicting a disease. That was helpful. And then appointment booking. Yeah, appointment booking majorly in appointment booking we are not using AI majorly, but in a chatbot we using a little bit of AI. And anesthesia level prediction. In healthcare we are use like this. And automobiles. In automobiles AI plays a vital role to check the distance between obstacles and our vehicle. And then self-driving car. These and all are the one of the example of AI. And finance. uh, Finance, if in case they will pay based upon the previous data, based upon the previous data and some other information, we can predict whether they will pay a loan or not. We can give a loan or not, like when we can decide. So AI play a vital role in this. And then surveillance. Nowadays CCTV for a surveillance we will use one technology like OpenCV. This technology is used to capture an image or else capture a video. Nowadays in traffic clearance purpose we are using AI only. It just automatically it will change the lights. um, After social media, and in the social media it plays a vital role, like a YouTube recommendation, Instagram recommendation. How it process means it just get all the information from the users, likewise their name, address, how much time they are spending in that channel, and which are the channels they subscribed. These all data. um, yeah, First they will collect all these data and they will pre-process the data. That means clean the unwanted data. This name, address, these are all no needed. Based upon that we are not going to predict anything, so we will remove that one. After that we need to split the data set into two part, testing and training, and need to convert into word and numerical format. These are do some process, and then give the data, and then give that formatted data into an algorithm, and then the algorithm will predict. uh, we will suggest this algorithm suggests some YouTube and text or something, and the entertainment, Netflix, Amazon. These are all done that same procedure only. First it need to collect data and do a process, and we will predict the data. Okay. And then education. In the education means the chat GPT also one of the example. You can search and learn. And then many colleges are maintaining separate application for for their students, in that having some AI part also, giving some chatbots and giving some GPT models in that application itself. And space exploitation. In that space we are using AI technology. to identify the moisture level and need to process something and need to make a decision in there itself. And then a gaming, and then a gaming, you all know about a gaming in the PUBG, Free Fire. Here all we are using AI only and AR/VR. Nowadays the in that gaming was most popular and robotics. Okay, we when we started AI, we all are think about the robot only. When we guess AI means we will think about robot because in AI popular because of that robot only. It will do make a decision by own itself and do the process like a human. These are more popular thing nowadays. News readers, we having more AI news readers. Okay, next to us on agriculture. Agriculture to monitor all the moisture level, drip irrigation, all are based on this AI only. We just understand the soil moisture level, temperature level, moisture, temperature, and pH level, water content. It will understand all the data and they will set some. I will explain the process. First, it just connect all the pH level and then water content, moisture level, all the data, and it will do some process. And we will set some. They will set some threshold value. If in case that was lower than 0.5, lower than 0.6 means it need to open the motor. It need to turn on the motor. Likewise, we will set some threshold value. Likewise, in agriculture field, it was helpful. By using that, we can save a time, we can save a crops, these and all. We okay. Next one was e-commerce website. If in case you speak anything about a shoe or else anything about a laptop means it will show shoes related laptop thing, shoes laptop things only it will recommend it because of this AI only. It just capture your audio and then convert it into text format and do some process and give the related things. If in case buy that shoes and laptop ones means it will not return, uh, it will not recommend you again because there was some threshold value. If in case you buy it means doesn't show that ads. Likewise, it having some threshold value, based upon that it will works. Okay. Likewise, in that AI we having advantages as well as disadvantages also. The major advantage was human error. Human can make errors, but the robot may that was a minimum amount of error. The robot can make minimum amount of error, and sometimes it was also not possible, and it will work 24/7, and it will work efficiently. And comparing to human, it will work on more time and give more efficient work, and it will give and it was a faster and it will make a more decision thing. It does not having any personal relation, so it directly make a decision without thinking about that their person. And also disadvantage as well as disadvantage also having, that was over cost, and we are not trust all times we are not able to trust all the times robot because everything it will everyone can able to do that only performed by the machine, not able to process all the things. For that purpose we need human support also. Lack of practical products and potential for misuse. We having some ethics that also misused by that AI only. Okay, because of that AI we are we having more advantages as well as disadvantages also. Okay. In these industries, we all are using AI in manufacturing industry to check a manufacture, and nowadays manufacture robot also built by using AI. These are everything we seen before. Okay. Okay. These are all the software we will use for a AI. Jupyter Notebook, PyCharm, IDLE, because we are going to use Python programming language. So these are the softwares we need to install, and we need to know like this. If in case you want to become a AI developer or a NLP developer, means you need to know these things. First we need to know about a linear algebra and a calculus. This is nothing but we know the mathematical operations and these and all. After that we need one programming language, matrix calculation programming language, and statistical knowledge. Okay, inside programming language we need some libraries also. Inside programming language we need some libraries, and also we need some frameworks also. And these are all the tools and frameworks used for this AI. Scikit-learn. It is like a container. It is used to load all the libraries that feature extraction process, word and numerical format, these and all everything. And then a TensorFlow. It is like a framework which connect all the CNN part. We will discuss about this all the library packages in the upcoming classes. Okay. Today is just an introduction class. In this class, we just discuss about AI and see some examples of NLP, and see the applications of AI. As of tomorrow, we will start with the ML process, how ML works, how ML algorithms work. These and all we will discuss on tomorrow. After that, we will add that ML and NLP concept in the hardware itself, or and then we will build one chat GPT by using a NLP transformers. This we will see in the upcoming classes. This is the needs of AI. Okay, we will stop here. If in case you have any doubt, or else you want to explain clearly, likewise you have any queries, means you can message in group or else message to Pantech. Uh, we will discuss about the queries and questions in the next classes. Okay. Okay. Thank you everyone for this. For your valuable time. We will see about machine learning in the upcoming class.